Alright,
Like,
there we
um,
go.
yeah, yeah. After remake part one, where it was pretty like sort of linear and closed spaces a lot, aside from a few notable parts.
Okay,
I think getting out of Midgar and getting into the
there we
open
go.
world will be refreshing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense. Like, if you like that sort of thing, and
Yeah,
people's tastes will vary, but like
and
Final Fantasy,
I think
it's gonna be
like in terms
ambitious.
of like Final Fantasy just tried that style of open world before, especially with 15 and parts of 13, but and I haven't played 16, so I can't really speak to that.
Thank
But
you for
like
joining the stream,
this
everybody. Oh,
the
my game crashed. What?
oh great.
Oh no,
Okay, well I'm still
no!
on a loading screen, so
My
hopefully
name
mine didn't.
is out there. God.
Uh
Okay.
Still on the loading screen. It usually doesn't take this long, so I might have crashed too. Did yours crash to the dashboard or just the server?
Definitely editing this part out. This crash doesn't make any sense to have.
Oh, no, I'm
Anyway,
still here. Okay. It was just
okay,
a really
well,
long loading screen for me.
okay,
I'll
well, Sea
I'll
of Thieves is
re-invite you
clearly
once
having
I
some
can.
problems, everybody. Um, but
All right.
I
Let
appreciate
me let me
everybody
just make sure the
joining
ship doesn't
this
crash,
show.
then I'll send you an invite.
I want to, while I'm trying to reconnect to everything, because like I'm writing an essay on connection for my monthly. Yeah, so do I want to rejoin my previous session?
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay,
There
good.
we go. Okay, don't I look like a dashingly non-binary person in in this uniform? Anyway, hi computer load. Oh dear. Ugh. My poor old laptop. Ugh. It's like, oh, at some point I'm gonna have to get a new one. That'll
Yeah, that's the
hopefully
thing about
stand a little bit
laptops
better.
is I like my
Thank you for
laptops, but
sending
you
roses,
know,
Jacob Bell R. I appreciate you. That's 5 cents.
what
I have
is
5 cents. I have 5 cents of rich.
I don't think
Thank
I've
you.
been on Shipwreck Bay since they built whatever this thing is. I have no idea what this is. I guess it's just
Alright.
extra adornments on the ship that was crashed there. That
Oh,
wasn't always like that. Huh,
oh,
that's interesting.
very, very indeed.
I wonder if that
So,
has any actual significance.
so I have been. I want to get something off my chest, if you don't mind. I have been getting comments all over about Nex Benedict. And let's acknowledge the person for who he or they were. Mainly he, but non-binary would be a good classification too, and it appears the community consensus is that any pronoun is valid for this person. Other than she. So, like, eBay. Exactly. So, let's see. Okay, well, we are in the northeast. Or no,
If I
we're
tried
at
to
the
park,
southeast.
I I tried to park somewhat near where the chest might be.
Uh, well, I'm gonna go to the opposite side of this shipwreck to find the treasure. Anyway, so what I don't appreciate is when people accuse or basically accuse him them. It's a bit tough for me to understand the pronoun stuff too sometimes when it comes to a fans, but that's my unconscious bias anyway. So they um was bullied for weeks about what
Sorry, can we
were.
back up for a second? I don't
Sure.
think I know what you're talking about.
Nex Benedict?
No.
Um, the death of Nex Benedict.
Oh, okay. I'm
I need
starting to
to.
piece together. Okay.
I'm sorry.
I
I've been very affected by this, and I need to
okay.
say
If it's
something.
something that's happened in the past week, I'll be honest, I've been working, so
That is
I don't
perfectly
have any.
valid. I don't blame you at all.
I have not been keeping up with current events for the past week. I've just been in haze of work.
It's just I don't know. Some overly online people said, "Oh, Nex threw water at the girls, therefore it's like all this minimizing, and it
Okay.
hurt." Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look up some stuff about that later.
that is perfectly fair. Anyway, that is my short and to the point statement about that. It's a tragedy, and well, I'm a non-binary person myself, and I keep my ears pricked up for this sort of thing. It's hard. I've been attacked twice, so um, it's just nice to know at least that I have a support system of people who I can turn to if things get really bad. But like, otherwise you just try to keep you living your life, and I'm largely on my own, so I just make the most of it. But well, I have a lot of people that rely on me to be there, so I just keep at my post. Anyway, on to better things. I wanted to get into a trivia thing at a bar, but got turned away because I forgot my ID.
Oh.
I haven't had it for a while, so I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna get the new one with the non-binary X. That'll be nice. Anyway, okay, we can dig that up. All right, you know what? You party poopers, let's blast you to pieces. Anyway, so yeah. So that would have been awesome. It would have been awesome to like have any help from you, um,
Yeah.
if you had been able to be there. But another time, perhaps there will be another trivia thing,
Yep.
and I
I
can.
actually had to miss my pub trivia tonight because of work.
Hey,
And because of
we've all
that,
been
my
there.
team came in seventh place.
Oh no! Without your trivia
We pretty much
powers.
always win when I show up.
Oh, exactly. You hear first, ladies and gentle theys. Anyway, I genuinely despise venturing into the outside world. It is noisy, damp, and invariably sufferable. Rot, a little rain never hurt nobody, Anvil. Nevertheless, as chronicler, I found myself duty-bound to record the gradual reconstruction of Arcane's flagship, the Burning Blade. Yeah, and Voicey would flip her lid if we didn't, Anvil. Reclaiming the figurehead from the warsmith's old lair was a trifle. That place has long been abandoned, but we found it to be in a shocking state of disrepair. She'd properly walloped it, Anvil. Continuing. Where, then, to acquire replacement parts without drawing unwanted attention? Then a most nefarious notion sprang to my mind. Oi, I'm sure it was my idea, Anvil. We shall salvage what we need from the Black Witch, prized vessel of our most pugnacious foe. The irony puts a grin on my face. Not like we've got much of a choice here, Anvil. Goodness. Wow. Hammer and Anvil really are at odds. A lot. That's cool. They are really cool little side characters there with their bickering. That's great. I love it. Okay, anyway, so instead I went to see Dune Part 2.
Oh yeah.
And do you care about spoilers? Do you want to see the movie?
Um, Not really. Well, I'm gonna see it eventually. I just didn't have any plans to see it anytime soon. I mean, don't spoil the whole thing, but there's
No,
some broad
absolutely.
strokes about it. That's fine.
Well, broad thematic strokes, I think it gets
Yeah.
down really well. That's its whole goal, is to make broad thematic strokes this time around. Because, as much as perhaps when I first approached Dune, it seemed like it was standoffish and much too complicated for me to follow as a young college student, so I just was like, okay, thanks, I'm gonna skip that. Like, this is very approachable. Oh, another victory right away for taking treasure on the SMS. House and Sunny. Anyway. So, the action was incredible. Like, the final confrontation, you know, there's bound to be a final confrontation in these kinds of things. That's the end of the book. It's like the really exciting battle part, and they do that really well. The character writing is like, it's there. I don't know. It didn't really evoke that much emotion for me, but maybe I'm just jaded by life at this point. So maybe I'm just like incapable of being moved by the movies as much as I used to be. Maybe because, you know, we know how the sausage is made even as the Oscars glorify themselves.
Oh, I put down another voyage, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect. Anyway, so, Dune 2 was very good. It was a very fun time at the movies. The only thing was that unfortunately, my body refunded my dinner from that night. It really hurt a lot. So, I missed about like 10 minutes in the movie, and then I was like slowly sipping water for the last hour or so, perhaps. That's just like numbed my brain into submission to be like, oh, I really feel bad now because it might have been an undercooked hamburger. I don't know.
Yeah.
That really was bad, but I'm bouncing back
But
from
don't
that.
forget to vote.
Oh yeah, totally.
Good mass, I think.
Vote to sail the
Where?
quest.
Yeah. Let's go.
Okay, anyway. I mean, the performances are good for what they, you know, need to be. Just some of the ideas are very like, hello, this is the ideas department. We have ideas. That's just kind of me being maybe a bit jaded about the world. I think it's because it diagnoses that accurately that.
Oh, a little too fast. There we go.
Oops.
It's alright. We'll just kind of coast on over that way.
I'll get the wood. It's fine. I'm good. Okay. Alright. Well, okay, I'm on it. There we go. We're repairing. Okay. Phew. Okie doke. Okay. Repairing the hull. Okay, well. Look at mass TV. Anyway, thank you for joining the stream, Exxon. I appreciate everyone who's here. Anyway, so, you know what I did last week that kind of made me tired of, like, gaming discourse? is I've resurrected a, you know, couple of a year-old video about my PS5 save UI frustrations, and people lobbied the exact same complaints. Like, Xbox has no games, and it was tiresome. I was like, people, of the gaming universe. Come on, please just relax. Like, what is to be gained by yelling about the PS5 superiority for you? Huh? Like, what do people actually gain from being PS5 stand trolls? On a console neutral page, like, I liked playing the PS5 when I had it. The lack of time for it, though, after a while, you know, life had other plans. Like, it happens. And then the thermal paste melted, but, like, it's a good console, it's just not for me anymore. And, like, I just thought it would be fun to revisit what I said back then, but, like, people still love me the same, like, old, tired, yelling talking points for no reason. And it's very annoying to me.
I feel like the only people still fighting these imaginary console wars are just, like, you know, they're just the Japanese soldiers who never got told that were on their own little island.
Oh, that's an amazing analogy, my friend. I
It's
will
like,
grab that
I don't
snake
know.
for you.
And, like, the saddest thing that I see, and again, I don't go looking for this stuff, but sometimes it just, my curiosity gets the best of me, and I just have to look at someone's profile when they're like, you know, when you see someone who's just like litigating things over and over in every
What?
comment section of anything.
Oh
I'm
my
talking
goodness.
mostly about Twitter, but like, then you look at their bio and it's like, you're in your 40s, okay.
Oh
I
crap.
mean,
I'm just eating something while I get the water.
far be it
Oh
for
my
me to
goodness.
tell someone how to spend their time, but I can think of many better ways to spend it than
It
commenting
was...
under, like, searching for specific comments and and fighting what you think is the good fight for no good reason, for no one's benefit.
Exactly, like, Sony isn't going to give you an award for best fanboy or a free PS6 or anything like that. I'm not like, look, I'm not trying to start anything. I do have wood though, so I can build a campfire, and then I can cook. I haven't done that in a while out here, but
Yeah, there's
requires
almost
lantern to
never a reason
ignite.
to.
But why not? I might as well
Yeah,
show
like,
people that option.
yeah. All right. We have an ashen key up here as well. If you feel like grabbing it on your way back down,
Oh,
it's here.
sure.
I'll make it less hidden. I'll just leave it up here with you.
Okay,
Or if you mind
thanks.
just bringing that down when you head back near the ship.
Sure, sure. That sounds like a plan.
Right.
So, like, back then, I had UI frustrations with the PS5, and I was, like, being honest about them. It made me enjoy using the PS5 less than I wanted to. Because I had to navigate some frustrations with like, searching and downloading and, downloading my save games and crud like that. Snake, that's too lightly cooked. Anyway. Because apparently I accidentally set myself on fire. Anyway. I'm still cooking with the snake, but I am doing this skeleton at the same time. Sometimes it may come to this for you new players of this game. Anyway. So, the biggest gaming news that I'm concerned about is that there were 10,000 layoffs in all of 2023. Do you want to guess how many there have been in 2024?
I know it's close to that at this point.
8,000.
Yeah. Yep.
8,000 layoffs.
Yeah.
Like, why? What do
Yeah.
you gain from that?
It really just seems like everybody decided to flip the layoff switch at the same time too. It's one after another. Like, oh, time for us to contract our business, I guess.
Ugh. And now, like, so much talent is being sent away.
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest loss. Is just like all the concentrated talent within a lot of the teams that are getting
Why
laid
am I
off
accidentally setting myself
and
on
spread to the
fire?
wind.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, and I think the thinking that I've said before is like, oh, those people will go off and they'll sort of make their own studios and figure out a path forward in an indie more more of an indie direction, which has been what happens a lot in the past. It seems like that's even not working out so well either. Like I saw that Marcus Leto, who's an ex Halo guy, he had an indie studio who just kind of, I'm not sure if it closed or just had massive layoffs, but it's like, even that path isn't as
Pick up
promising
some
as it
snakes
used
on
to
the
be
ground.
because there just
Anyway.
doesn't seem to be as much, beyond limited things like EA doing the originals and stuff. There just hasn't been much room for like indies kind of flourishing in that space the past few years. It seems like
Oh.
in the way that back from the mid 2000s up through probably around the pandemic, it seemed like there was space for that.
Yeah,
So
well.
that's a concerning thing to me is like the layoffs suck for sure, but like layoffs leading to an exodus from the industry as a whole seems to be the more worrying thing, rather than layoffs leading to people
Oh.
finding new jobs in the industry
Wow.
and at least keeping that talent pool in there. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely my longer term concern. As much
I
as the
mean,
layoffs suck,
definitely.
like it, but it just seems like more and more. Again, as an outsider to the actual industry, I can't really speak for it too much, but like based on what I
Yeah.
see, it's like it seems like the actual availability of jobs within the industry is at seemingly an all-time low, or at
Yeah,
least a long-term low.
it seems like now is a particularly bad time to change jobs for any reason.
Yeah.
So the broader economy has contributed to this problem. And all that's how it always is with the video game industry. It's not immune to the broader economy.
Yeah.
But like they couldn't have figured out any other solution than just laying off people.
I mean, there is a solution, but it would involve people in higher positions losing money and
Oh,
stockholders not being happy.
sure. But you know what? Let's talk about the small victories. Like, Toys for Bob is going indie.
Yeah, I just saw that headline too. Like, hey,
Well, we want to
that's
go our
probably
own
the
way.
best. That's probably the best thing for them because, like,
I respect
as
them
much
so much
as
for that.
much hope as I potentially had for, like, oh, maybe Microsoft will actually let them do something interesting. I think I even said a couple weeks ago, like, but the temptation is too strong to just keep them as a Call of Duty support studio because that's where the money is. And now it's like, okay, well, if they're splintering off Solo, they have no more obligation to be on Call of Duty, and
Yeah.
maybe they will do something interesting. Maybe they've had sort of stuff in incubation where it's like, hey, now we're independent. Maybe we can just
Thank you
sort
for
of
joining the stream,
still
Nana.
like maybe we can still work with Microsoft on things, maybe even using their IP, but not have to be tethered to that ball and chained. So
Uh-huh.
at any rate, it's much better than seeing a headline about them closing. So
Yeah.
much better scenario for them, at
Right.
least for now. Hopefully
It's
it
a
works
way for
out.
Microsoft to let go of the cost of running the studio without laying
Yeah.
them up. Oh my god, my snake burned.
Yeah. So yeah.
Ah,
So they can still sort
darn.
of have them maybe on the bench in a way, like, we can still call on you. Maybe there's a project we're interested in. And since
Right.
they have been a Microsoft studio for at least a little bit, Microsoft probably
Well,
has some knowledge about what might have been going on there. Like, hey, maybe they have some projects we're still interested in helping with development on, or something like
yeah.
that. Who knows? Oh,
Yeah.
we're done here. That's right. Okay,
Oh,
let's
okay,
go
so.
put a new voyage down. I forgot I got
Alright,
the last
sounds
chest.
like a good plan.
Got time for at least 1 or 2 more, probably, if they go quick.
Sure.
Making pretty good time. We're almost grade 3.
Alright, I'm not burning this chicken. Okay.
Alright,
There we go.
I put a voyage down. We'll
Perfect.
quickly come up and go for it.
Yep.
Brings
We're
us
getting some decent loot out of this. It's a
Marauder's
relaxed night,
Arch.
though. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of going out, you know,
Kraken's
off
Ball.
and
Okay.
doing things like this. They come to mind. Having 2 months to get to 8,000 layoffs. That's very concerning.
Yeah, I
Um.
wonder. It makes me wonder how the rest of the year is going to
Okay.
trend. Like, surely it
Yeah.
can't keep trending
Uh,
this direly in this direction. I hope not. Obviously,
so
like,
I've been
there's no
taking
way.
extensive notes on this, and we'll find plenty of sources to back this up with visual overlays tomorrow. But EA 670 layoffs. At least they're shifting away from IP and going to original IP.
Yeah. The one thing that's really a bummer for me is that rumored Star Wars game, that the first person Star Wars game that Respawn was working on. Again, we've never seen any footage of it, but all the things that the loose talk that we heard about it was like, oh, this is looking really good, and it's from Respawn, who really knows how to do like a single player
Why?
skeleton chip.
Oh dear, should we fight it?
Yeah, it's just sleep. It shouldn't take long.
Sure, why not? We've earned plenty of loot quite quickly in this game so far. Thank you for joining the stream with Renzo. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I just got one shot by a cannonball.
Oh goodness gracious.
I'm by the cannon. That was a direct hit to my face. I had like full health too. Alright, I'll repair.
I had to click here to continue playing on over the whole time. That shows... Oh my goodness, there is an enemy player ship.
Oh, is there? Alright, let's maybe just cut bait and fly. Where are they? Oh yeah, there they are. Alright.
Oh, let's repair. I'm repairing the hull.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just moving. I'm just moving. Hopefully the skeleton ship is after them. It's not though. Alright, we might have to... Looks like the player ship... Where are they? Okay, player ship... I don't know if they're going to keep following. Yeah, they probably are. Right, let me just fix our sails so we can stay ahead of them. I'm going to have to repair in a sec, and I have to fix the wheel.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta just... I'll help fix the wheel.
Okay.
While you're using it. There we go.
Right.
Okay.
You want to check repairs down lower deck? Yeah, you'll have to repair.
Okay, well...
Let me try to steer us out of this.
It's pretty straightforward, repair-wise.
Okay, enemy ship's still on our tail, but we've got a bit of a lead on them now.
Yep, sounds good.
Oh, we got a cursed cannonball. I don't know which one that was.
Okay, well...
Oh, our sails are up. Okay, this enemy ship might catch up to us, but the skeleton ship is heading in their direction.
Oh, duh.
So maybe they'll have to fight that. Alright. Sails are back down.
There.
I have to
gain an advantage on the... Because it seems to... Oh, no, wait, the player's ship is chasing us.
Oh, yeah,
they shouldn't engage the skeleton ship unless they fire on us with a range of getting damage again.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm quickly fulfilling my role as navigator and finding the nearest outpost.
Skeleton ship's on us again.
Range fire and fronto. Otherwise, I toast. And all that loot is gone. Okay, well. We just set the angle properly. There we go, we have the maximum wind now. Ah, one of my long-lost duties is a navigator. Okay, well, here we go. I've got the hull repair. Goodness gracious. Could you, like, not, please? Skeleton ship, that... You're, like, really making me mad now? Oh, come on.
Oh my god, dude. Alright, our sails are up again. This enemy ship's gonna catch up to us. I really wish the skeleton ship would just aggro the other ships. I was trying to get close to an island so that the skeleton ship would leave us alone, but it's not. Alright, sails are back down.
Well, the other ship is not attacked yet.
Well, because they're
Again.
still kind of out of range. They're still kind of out of range,
Right.
but they're going to have some shots on
We're
us
just
now.
gonna keep using our speed to our advantage. And maybe the oh nope, they're trying to
What I'm
shoot
doing
at
now,
us still.
I'm cutting towards the island.
And you know what? Curve us around a little bit when you can. I've loaded both cannonballs.
Right now, I think we still have a decent lead on this other ship, so let me just get our sails adjusted. I was just gonna go.
Okay, well,
oh my god, the skeleton ship. Why?
It just keeps attacking us. This is turning into quite the epic
stop aggroing us when we're near an island. It usually does. We'll just have, let's get some shots up on it, I guess.
Come on. I wanted to talk about fun things like the closure of several studios I love.
Now the skeleton ship's like way far from us. I'm gonna have to repair the mast too.
Okay, well, I'm repairing the hull. Wait, is the mast really needing repair? Goodness gracious.
It took a hit. Oh. Alright, where is this enemy ship? Are they still around? Alright, they might have given up chase. Oh yeah, they're a little ways behind us now. They're still chasing, but we have a lead on them.
Did you?
So,
if anything, that red X meaning that it was the kill shot, or was it a kill shot on a skeleton?
You probably got a skeleton, yeah. Alright. If we kill the skeleton ship, one thing that could happen is we can leave the loot and let the other ship just grab it and just move on.
What the heck is going on with that? Come on. No, let me repair the hull.
Oh my god, the skeleton ship is really aggroing us.
I know, right? Seriously.
Get the wind.
I was just trying to have a relaxing discussion about things that bother me about the video game industry. Oh, it's okay. I had last time when we did a 2-hour halt and got so much stuff. Oh, that was a great one.
That's a rock. You steer away from that.
That's a voyage for the ages. Anyway.
Oh,
I'll get it. I've basically become the wood repair person this episode. And I am totally fine with that. Because that is a very important role on a ship. Always. We still have plenty, I think. Okay. Alright. Whew. There we go.
Oh, is the skeleton ship finally aggroing the other ship? It might be. It just suddenly took a sharp turn. Let's hope so.
Wow. That is quite the sight, chat. Oh my goodness. I am in awe of this contest of legends. Let's witness it.
Let's take this window of opportunity for an outpost.
Yeah. Well, I trust you to handle that. It might be time
for me to wrap up kind of soon. I know it's kind of early, but
No, that's fine.
I am kind of tired. Okay.
Okay.
I guess we can go.
However long it takes to get to
let's just go to Daggertooth. It's a little ways up, but whatever.
It gives us a little bit more rewards, and then we can turn everything in by 11.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like that other ship is fighting the skeleton ship, so they can have that if they want.
I mean, okay, so the things that bother me the most is the Embracer stuff, because
yeah,
Aspyr was basically behind every favorite port I've ever had to the Mac. Tropico 3, Darkness, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. They helped like a lot of ports of video games. to a platform that didn't have many, to the Mac App Store at the time, and I really like them for that. Tripwire, I owe a great deal for Killing Floor. Like, it was a fun time with friends on Steam on Mac. Um, that was my clan name. It was like the Law. Because we had Law rocket launchers and used them all the time in a particular server of some kind. I miss them. It would be nice to talk to them again. But yeah, the Saber will hopefully be fine. And I'm hoping Gearbox is fine. If, like, the movie does decently, then maybe, like, Gearbox is acquired dirt cheap by Amazon or something. I'm very concerned for the future of game acquisitions and, like, people actually being able to be indie. So I try to support, indie games where I can. Like, I looked at, Fossil Fuel 2, and it was like, oh, first-person shooting of dinosaurs. What it turned out to be, actually, was a demonstration of how... Just had to get my hair out of my mask, I believe. Anyway, of a slideshow, because it was like, every like few seconds it was stopping. So I was like, no, this is unplayably slow for some reason. On the Xbox Series X anyway. It seems like people are fine on PC. Have that. Oh, we should lower the anchor.
I don't want to stop. That ship's still... No. The ship's still, like... It's far behind us, but they can still catch up with us if we slow down. I don't want to slow down.
Okay, yeah, well... We did a daring grab of treasure.
Yeah, I just wanted to get us to grade 3. Because I saw a chest in the water. I was like, oh, I bet that'll get us to grade 3. And it did.
Yes. Okay, well, it seems... doable. We did find that one island that's... Oh, well. No, I guess we just go to Decadude themselves. Which is totally fine.
I'm about ready to wrap up already. I'm just really tired.
I thought there was something else for some reason. I guess I was just, like, very pumped.
Well, we were headed to another thing before we got sidetracked with the skeleton ship and the player ship.
Yes, the player ship is such a distraction, but, you know, it was still... It's still, like, good to vent about the future of video games, because I'm very nervous. Again, like, Saber will probably be fine. And EA will probably be fine, it's just, like, the layoffs keep coming. For the people who... I don't know, like... You're gutting the industry to save your own skins and to, like, cut costs really quickly.
Yeah.
It's so transparent now.
The last time I remember this level of sort of like
makes it hard to enjoy
uncertainty.
This hobby.
Yeah, the last time I remember this level of uncertainty was like during or slightly before the PS4 Xbox One transition, where it felt like a lot of there's an enemy ship right here, isn't there? Yes, there is. Okay,
we need to find another outpost.
They were blending in with the other like outpost maps or holes and stuff. All right.
The next thing is the next closest outpost is Sanctuary. We make for that if we don't want to encounter another enemy ship.
Right?
Are you freaking kidding me? I'm trying to let my friend go to bed.
Alright.
Game!
So,
sometimes you have consumed us before, and now you get to witness it. TikTok. As it consumes both of us. Anyway. I mean, look at the treasure that we stand to gain. And that could have been stolen right out from under us. That's the tension with the high seas, but it's worth it, I promise you. Anyway. We are plenty experienced, so I predict that we will get to sanctuary with outposts.
Yeah. Oh, what was I saying? So yeah, the last time I remember this level of like volatility and uncertainty was like almost before the PS4 Xbox One transition, where a lot of people were very convinced that mobile gaming would like usurp console gaming completely. And in that case, it ended up being a bit sort of just like a paper tiger. But in this case, it seems more like just a lot of other market forces are conspiring at the same time. And yeah,
Sluggish hardware sales, low sales of new games,
yeah.
as
And
people cut back
like
on spending.
the thing is like it's not even so much about sluggish sales. It's just like it just seems like nothing nothing about the current game development pipeline is really adding up in a way it used to.
Yeah,
You know,
no, this is.
it's like if a company like Insomniac that just put out one of the biggest blockbusters of last year and has an even bigger budget blockbuster coming up
Oh,
with Spider-Man 3 from their leaks and Wolverine coming up, like if they're not immune from layoffs, then I don't know who could be at this
oh
point,
goodness.
you know?
I fear for Insomniac because it's no, no, there was crunch. Like,
Yeah.
it seems like there's never not crunch. I had kind of been hoping there was not crunch, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, the thing about that is a lot of people like to say like, "Oh, Crunch has gotten better," but then you hear plenty of stories still. So I
Oh,
think it feels more like managed Crunch than it used to be. Again, I'm speaking as an outsider, but as someone who has heard things, it's like, you know, it's not like sleep under your desk at night Crunch. It's like stay late every day, uh, and not mandatory, but very highly encouraged Crunch. You know, so they can kind of budget a little bit and get away with it more. And say like, we
yeah.
didn't force anybody to stay late at work.
Oh.
It just,
And we
you
didn't,
know,
and we just put out a return to office mandate because that's fairer for everyone, quote unquote. It's
yeah,
these
that
kinds of
stuff,
oh,
yeah.
slimy tactics that make the video game industry start to feel like it's eating itself to survive. Because they've run out of ideas for games other than just make them bigger and make them more treadmill-y in progression to keep people addicted to their game forever, which is unsustainable. People's attention needs to be put onto other things. And also, like, these games, like, having them last for 10 years stultifies things, I think, a little bit. That's just my
I
opinion,
mean,
anyway.
everything wants to be that evergreen game, but it's such a rarefied
Huh.
sort of pedestal that you get up to. Like, not like everything wants to hit that Fortnite or Minecraft milestone of just like, oh, everybody, people are locked into playing this game, and there's like a constant player base coming in and out of it. But most games are just never going to hit that, and people need to sort of, I think publishers really need to sort of adjust for that and
Mm-hmm.
not have that as the expectation. Like for something like Baldur's Gate 3, where it's like that game sold orders of magnitude more than they thought it would, and that's great. But I'm sure they were not accounting for that in any way. Same with something like Helldivers 2, where it's like, oh, this game, like hopefully, like I'm glad it's working out for them because like I think a lot of people were very skeptical, especially of Sony's live service ambitions, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, they hit a home run like basically their first try, and it's like, okay, that's good. Then maybe they're on to something then. Maybe they have a good sort of curation going on with their live service. Maybe stuff like Marathon hopefully will work out for them too. I
Yeah.
know that's Bungie more under the bigger
I'm
Sony
more
umbrella because
cons-
that game will be multi-platform, but
I'm more
still,
concerned about so at least we'll get one game from them,
yeah.
Marathon, but I'm more concerned about how they end Destiny 2 with the final shape, because it seems like they're like, yep, this is the end. We
Yeah, like
can't do a Destiny 3 because we're focused on Marathon at this point.
yeah, I mean, I've always been just more of a toe dipper in Destiny. Like, I checked out Destiny 1, played maybe 15, 20 hours of Destiny 2, so
I
I
have
don't have
played
much input into that, but, you know.
I have played far, far more than that of Destiny 1 and 2. So many memories with my online friend from Portugal, who I haven't heard from in a while. But from like 2015 to about I want to say I dropped off like 2021. I don't know what it was. It just was like, oh, it just feels like so much of the same tired thing after a
Yeah,
while. But
and that's the thing is, even with Destiny, which has been pointed to as like a model live service game, although they've had plenty of ups and downs, it's like people have still been chasing that Destiny model, and it's like when even Destiny can't fit into the Destiny model anymore successfully, then how can anyone else expect to?
yeah, exactly. But like they chased after this because they thought it would be a sure way to lock in profits. You force it to be online, so you strangle the need for physical discs.
Yeah,
Because like, why would
and
you buy and why would you trade in physical discs of an online game that you're playing practically for eternity? So they thought they
yeah,
could hook into our dopamine receptors and just get us to cough up money for 10 years in a row on so many different games. But you know what? I
yeah.
played games that took different approaches today. I played, um, first of all, let's see. Okay. Not you, not you. Well, I just deleted them, but, the Deceive Incorporated and, um, Bandits of Sherwood. Excuse me. Let me double check that. That might prove that, this game doesn't really have a hold on the memory. Gangs of Sherwood. On Game Pass. If you had any interest in playing that, I mean,
I
like,
think
it's on Game Pass for the weekend.
yeah. Oh, okay.
It's a
Yeah, I don't.
fine thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't plan on it. Trust
Yeah,
me, I
that's
have
fine.
plenty of Final Fantasy to get to.
Oh yeah,
Although I'm
that's
going to be
fair.
traveling, I'm going to be away all day tomorrow, unfortunately, so that's going to be clawing at me and my
I
brain.
see. I see. Well,
And actually, there's a decent post game to Infinite Wealth as well. So
oh
it's
wow.
like, oh, I guess I'll be doing that at some point.
You know what bothers me the most about the Sony layoffs? I just want to make sure I say this. Well, other things that bother me real quick. Rockstar's return to office mandate. That's just annoying. Um,
Yeah.
and like, also, well, I mean, I guess we just have to accept reality that Nintendo will always win these legal disputes, but Yuzu
Oh
is
yeah.
done for. They should never
Yeah,
have
I never.
advertised compatibility with commercial games. They should just
Yeah,
been like,
I only
you know
saw the
what,
headline
bring your
about that,
whatever
but
games
yeah.
you want to emulate. Wink. you know?
Yeah, I think a lot of emulators have gone very far, just kind of skirting that line, and then as soon as they push that boundary, Nintendo pounces in. That's kind of always been their
Yeah.
MO, and like especially for Yuzu,
It's like a ninja.
like just the fact that that like for years it's been like, oh, Switch games are basically out running at 4K 60 on Yuzu weeks before they're officially commercially out. That's a
Wow.
huge like
That is a
that's a
huge
huge
problem.
problem. That
That's like a
like
PSP level piracy problem.
yeah, that's a problem where I'm like I don't necessarily have sympathy for Nintendo on that, but it's like but it's more like I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I'm not anti emulation or piracy, but I'm like you know, if their stats about how many people are pirating games weeks before release are true, it's like, you know, I get it. Now, where it'll be very unfortunate is if in a decade or so, when the Switch eShop is inevitably closed, where will people be able to go to get those games? But emulation. So,
Right,
you know,
exactly.
obviously, I wouldn't want anything to happen to those emulators.
Right, and I wouldn't want anything to happen to any kind of studios anyway, but it seems like Firesprite is about to collapse due to toxicity. And
Yeah, I saw
London
that too.
Studio got closed like 4 days after they hosted the retirement party for Jim Ryan. Like, what kind of
Oh,
payback is
I didn't
that?
know that. Okay,
Oh,
well, that's one way to go out.
yeah, well, it seems like things are getting pretty interesting pretty quickly due to rapid reformations of what were thought to be industry principles.
Yeah, I
But
mean, interesting in a bad way because I would prefer it to just be, you know, a lot of companies staying the course and just continuing to not lay off people, but here we are.
yeah, exactly. It's so strange, but
Yeah,
I'm I'm pretty tired myself, so I'm gonna call it a night too. And it's
yeah,
a
same
nice
here.
short show. That's fine.
Yeah. So
I
since I do have 3 days off, I might be able to make it on Sunday if you're around.
Sunday. Well, I'll let you know. Just give
Okay.
me a time that seems to work for you.
Yeah,
Um,
it'll probably be 9 or 9:30.
and then we just vote to
Oh
close
yeah,
the
we have to
emissary.
on emissary. That's right. Let
Yeah.
me remember where the gold orders
So,
are. Oh, right here.
like,
Yep.
oh, oh, gee. I'm not saying Sony's in danger of closing down or anything anytime soon. It's just concerning to see that Sony meddled in Firesprite and there was some accusations of bad leadership and
Yeah.
like
I
sexual
remember
harassment and stuff.
there being like Glassdoor reviews like a little while back about that. So not too surprising, I
Yeah.
guess.
Well,
Yeah. All
this
right.
is the
Well,
world we live in sometimes. Anyway,
yeah. Yeah.
have a, I'll let you go. Have a good night, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll catch you later. I'll reach out about Sunday if I happen
Yeah,
to be around and you happen to be.
sounds good.
All right. See you later. Have a good night.
See, bye.